And because we are starting late, I'm going to submit my full statement for the record, but I would just like to make a few comments at the outset. The first thing I would like to do is to recognize my ranking member, Senator Moran, for the great work that we have done together over the years, both when he was chair and I was ranking, and now that I am chair and he is ranking. We have worked in a collaborative, bipartisan manner that I think has been good for this committee and good for the Senate. I would also, and for the country, thank you, Senator Manchin. I would also like to point out that this is the anniversary of a hearing we did a year ago with the FBI Director, Wray, that was right after the Uvalde shooting. And this is the day after the tragic school shooting in Nashville. I'm, like everyone in the country, I'm sure I'm disappointed and saddened that once again we're discussing the aftermath of another school shooting tragedy. We need to take action, and I think at some point we need to ask ourselves if giving more firearms to people is the answer to making us safer, because so far it's made us less safe, not safer. So obviously we have a lot of work to do, and I know that the budget that the Attorney General is going to talk about today makes significant investments in safer communities, the legislation that we passed last year that I think is very important. I also wanted to point out that this budget makes significant investments in addressing the substance misuse crisis that we still have in this country. It's a huge issue in my home state of New Hampshire. The increasing availability and pervasiveness of fentanyl is something that we've got to figure out how we better address in order to get ahead of this crisis, and I'm pleased to see the investments in the budget in addressing that and looking forward to hearing what more we can do. The other thing I wanted to just point out in terms of our ability to work together is that we have new leadership in both the House and Senate Appropriations committees. They have given us a very aggressive schedule and said that we are going to return to regular order. We are going to go through the bills and bring them to the floor. I think that's good news, and I would like to thank Ranking Member Collins, who is here today, who is the other half of the leadership of the Appropriations Committee, and also recognize that we have two new leaders in the House as well, and I am hopeful because all four of them are women. So we expect a new approach, right, Senator Moran?
I'm the one who mentioned that
yes.
when you didn't.
Yes.
Earlier
Thank
today.
you. I thought I'd beat you to it today. So we obviously have a lot of work to do, and we look forward to beginning this process. I will now turn it over to Ranking Member Moran.